Georgetown student Oliver Friedfeld claims he was robbed at gunpoint, but adds that he deserved it because of privilege. Writing for the school paper, he says, "Who am I to stand from my perch of privilege, surrounded by million-dollar homes and paying for a 60 grand education, to condemn these young men as thugs?" Well, that's 60 grand well spent. I mean, what great satire. He adds, "As young people, we need to devote real energy to solving what are collective challenges." Love that word. Until we do so, we should get comfortable with sporadic muggings and break-ins. So this bozo excuses armed robbery because he doesn't expect those guys to act decently. And that's not racist? How? So one wonders, what about murder or rape? Seriously, would he excuse the rape of a loved one? Perhaps he should share his thoughts with the family of Zamir Begic, the man beaten to death with hammers in St. Louis last Sunday. Something tells me it would be harder to voice this opinion to those poor people than in a college paper, you little runt. Now, Ollie's story sounds unreal. I mean, who thinks like this? So we reached out to him, but he didn't respond, and the paper declined to comment. But maybe it's true, and he really is this wimpy. After all, he's the product of the modern campus, a conveyor belt of emasculation and intellectual disarmament, which makes mice, not men. But to me, he's just a discredit to his race, the human one. This guy really is dating material, huh?
Ugh.
Could you imagine being on a date with this guy?
Is there a police report?
It is. Yeah, there is actually a police report. But could you imagine being on a date with this guy and you get mugged and he defends the muggers? What if he hits his girlfriend or boyfriend? What then? It's like, oh,
yeah.
you know, they're disadvantaged. His parents must be so ashamed of him. They paid 60 grand for that crap.
You know, my son is 16. He's going to go to college. I literally thought about Georgetown, how great it would be, and then I see something like this. I saw this story, and I think, number one, this has to be a fake. He clearly just wrote this to be provocative and get the media to bite. And a lot of media is biting. Maybe he's that big of a narcissist. That's possible. But I think he did actually file a police report in one of the counties there, so maybe he actually did get mugged. If that's the case, this guy is just a product of being over-liberalized. Look, everyone gets a trophy. I can't have more than him. But you're right. What about rape? What about murder? What if he does have enough and he just wants more?
Yeah, what if it's a member of his
steal?
family?
What if he got his butt beat or his head smashed in or he got shot or he got stabbed, which happens most often?
That would have happened if he didn't.
Would he have deserved that too?
Over.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I want to forget about this loser. I want to talk about this poor man, this Serbian in St. Louis, who a group of teens beat him to death with a hammer. His name is Zamir Begic. This is the St. Louis police chief, Sam Dotson, explaining that it's not racist.
Oh, my God.
What I can also tell you is that there is no indication that the gentleman last night was targeted because he was Bosnian. I want you to know that I take not only your safety, but everybody's safety in our community very seriously. Hey, I heard your message loud and clear tonight. You want to make sure that you're safe. I want to make sure that you're safe too, just like every neighborhood in our city.
Identified him as Serbian. He's Bosnian. He said he wasn't targeted because he was Bosnian. Could it be that he was white? I'm not saying this. In fact, I don't even want to inject race into this. But it seems interesting that everybody now is bending over backwards not to inject race, Bob, not to do it.
I think the more important thing here is forget the race issue. The people are going to go and mug where the money is. And this guy's at Georgetown or in Georgetown.
No, this is in St. Louis.
I know, but even if I assume that guy had something, they try to get something off him or just...
No, they just beat him to death with hammers.
That's
pulled him out of his car and killed him in front of his wife.
That's probably distrust. They probably didn't trust him.
No, it wasn't that.
20 miles from Ferguson.
They're wilders. I mean, these guys are out of
20
control.
miles from Ferguson, Bob. No relationship.
I missed Sharpton's comments on this.
I was going back at EHS comment on the first one. I said that people go and commit crimes where there is money. That's all.
Yeah.
And this guy that suggested somehow they committed it because he's privileged and therefore they should be released is ridiculous.
Well, okay, back to this horrible crime. Do you think the news channels will spend 24 hours a day covering this?
No.
No?
I'm sure that for our viewers, it might be the first time that our viewers have heard about it.
Yeah.
But he deserves some recognition. Amazing story of an immigrant family who came here legally.
Yeah.
And was successful in business and was starting a family. There's going to be a memorial service for him next week, or I think maybe on this end of this week. He died at an area hospital, and there's a close-knit Bosnian community there. that was doing exactly what you were saying in the A block, about going into a community and working hard to try to create a better life for themselves. And his wife said she never thought that the kind of things that were happening in a war zone would actually happen here in America.
Did they catch
sad.
the guys who did it?
They caught one so far.
No, there's 3 now. The latest is 3 in custody. They're looking for at least 1 or 2 more. 1 turned in. They're being charged first-degree attempted murder, hopefully being tried as adults. This is a horrific crime. I'm glad we're talking about it here because the rest of the media won't cover it, and it's shameful because this is the reality.
I don't know.
But why did they bend over backwards to say it's specifically not racism, not a hate crime, when the family is saying it was a race-related crime? They bend over backwards when it's that way, but if it's a white cop who shoots a black teen who just rolled a liquor store or a convenience store, it brings out everybody.
Well, I'm not sure they would know a Bosnian from a Bosnian.
No,
I mean,
I'm saying
crazy,
Bosnian, I'm saying
these are crazy
white.
thugs. Yeah.
White.
It wasn't Bosnian that they're
Well,
calling.
there is one
it's
report
hard-
that it's at F the white people.
Yeah.
So,
Well, okay.
yeah.
So I'm missing the point.
My point is, why are the cops saying definitively this is not a hate crime, a race crime, race-related crime?
They're scared.
Well, they're scared. Obviously,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah. All right. Got to go. Ahead, Republicans want answers from the administration on the president's immigration action, and they try to get them today on the Hill next.